weather-weenies on a Wednesday, August the 26th. I'm Alan Holt. We're riding solo today, and my oh my, what a beautiful day this has been. I don't know which camera I'm looking at, 3 or 2. We've got the studio cam up right now where you see the whole... Which one am I on, John? 3, 2. Okay, on camera 2. They're like right next to each other, so just want to make sure there. But today, a fantastic feeling day of weather, humidity in check, lots of sunshine, and it's been great. We do have a little hurdle to get over before even nicer weather comes in for the weekend. And if you've been outside in the sun, maybe you've noticed, maybe not. I know I've caught wind of it a little bit. The angle of the sun is getting lower in the peak of the day, so the sun is not as intense, and the sun is setting now around 7:30, if not a little bit earlier, like 7:25, 7:26, depending on your location. So I thought it'd be worthwhile to talk about the sun set times, which they're going to be really getting earlier as we get deeper into September. Meteorological fall starts the 1st of September, and that's different than astronomical fall or autumn with the autumnal equinox on the 22nd of September. That has to do with the sun's angle at solar noon being directly over the Tropic of Capricorn, I believe. No, that's the winter. Sorry, I'm getting way off here. It's over the equator on the autumnal equinox. The sun then goes down to the Tropic of Capricorn on the winter solstice in late December for that max sun angle. Then it comes back up and then back to the Tropic of Cancer, 23.5 degrees north on the summer solstice. So anyway, big digression there. The difference between astronomical seasons and meteorological seasons is just that. The astronomical stuff is dependent on the sun angle at various checkpoints in the year, and then the meteorological seasons are just 3-month groupings. It's easier to break data down, and the 3-month groupings are linked to the warmest 3 months, which would be June, July, August. That's meteorological summer. Then you got your shoulder season, meteorological fall, which is September, October, November. Winter, meteorological winter, December, January, February, and then spring, the last 3 months there. But anyway, the sunset times around 6:30 on the first day of fall, astronomical fall, September 22nd. And then they're going to be, really early by the time we get to November 1st. That is when daylight saving time comes to an end, and we're back to standard time. And that's the earliest it can be. The first Sunday of November happens to be the 1st this year. And at that point, the sun will be going down at 4:30. So we're also going to have only about 10 hours of daylight at that time. We have over 13 hours of daylight right now. High temperatures, that was yesterday. Whoops. High temperatures today were similar to yesterday in that they were in the upper 70s and lower 80s throughout most of the state. And it's going to be a nice, comfy night. It'll be not overly cool. I think we'll bottom out in the upper 50s, if not lower 60s. Gentle south breeze overnight. And the clouds will be passing through the area. I do think that along the down east coast, parts of the mid coast, maybe even as far south as the Casco Bay area, there will be some areas of patchy fog first thing in the morning. So watch out for that if you have any driving plans. Maybe you're going up Route 1, you're on vacation, you're trying to hit all the lighthouses you can get to. That's the kind of area that's going to probably have some fog to navigate first thing in the morning on Thursday. It should be over and done with by 8 or 9 o'clock, and then I think most of the day's dry. We will have an uptick in humidity, more clouds. Temperatures will top out in the upper 70s, maybe some low 80s inland. And you will need to watch for some scattered shower activity moving in from the west into the mid and late afternoon hours of the day and into the evening. Best chances will be in the western half of the state. A lot of these will lose their giddy up as they get farther east. And then I'm pausing it here at midnight Friday. Well, I guess Thursday into Friday. Technically, it would be Friday at 12, o'clock, midnight. But that's when this lunar eclipse is going to be at its peak time. So lunar eclipse happens when the Earth passes between the sun and the moon, casting its shadow onto the moon. You need a full moon for this to happen as well. So it'll be a full moon tomorrow night into Friday morning. But max eclipse time, 93% of the moon will be covered by Earth's umbra. And at that point, the moon will take on a reddish, rusty hue. The problem for Maine is that we're probably going to be navigating some clouds. This is the look at midnight. Yes, there could be some breaks out there, but I think it'll be a mostly cloudy sky for the entirety of the eclipse. Still worth a look, a check if you can. You're up that late. You might catch a small section of it. So it's neat to see, but lunar eclipses are far more common than their cousin, the solar eclipse, and those are much less frequent and much smaller geographic space when those happen. So into Friday, we're going to be watching this front, and this front will generate a broken band of showers and storms, especially in central, eastern, and down east Maine, heading into Friday afternoon. And, once that clears Friday evening, we're done with the rain, and the weekend looks magnificent. I think most people see a few tenths of an inch. Some people see nothing at all. A few may pick up around a half inch of rain. This is through the late Friday night time frame, and the chances again would be Thursday afternoon and night, and then again Friday afternoon, and then after that it gets really nice into the weekend. The dew point values are going to drop. They'll plummet into the lower 50s on Saturday, and it's just going to be one of these weekends that is chock full of weather pleasantries in Maine. So that's the system that'll end up bringing the rain and then the nice comfy air. It's way off to the west right now, and you'll see how it unfolds starting tomorrow afternoon with those showers trying to work in from the west, and I think a lot of them stay in the western half of the state Thursday night. Friday morning I think is somewhat dry, but then we see this broken band of rain, showers and storms rolled through. That's done by late Friday in the afternoon, and then the weekend, it's just looking really nice, both Saturday and Sunday. On Sunday, this front is going to try to hedge into Maine, so there may be some shower activity in the northern section of the state, but that front comes through here on Monday. And next week's got a bit of a different flavor to it, especially into Tuesday, where it may be that high temperatures struggle to reach 70. And I think that'll come with two things. One, this front that comes through Monday, and then two, we get a round of rain working around the top side of this region of high pressure that'll be over the eastern half of the U.S. So a lot of times when we're on the fringe of these, we can catch some disturbances. That's why I call this fringe benefits, because we definitely need the rain. And it looks like we'll get a passing shower or two in the forecast heading into Tuesday of next week with that pattern. But before that happens, I think Thursday afternoon inland, like if you're in eastern Maine, northern Maine, I don't think there's much rain during the daytime Thursday. I think it's the western half of the state that sees the rain chances. But then into Thursday night, there could be a passing shower. Friday afternoon, inland does come with that chance for that line of showers or storms, that front coming through. But the weekend to follow it's immaculate. It's looking really nice. There may be a shower in Aroostook County on Sunday afternoon. But aside from that, it looks like the weekend is going to be a rather enjoyable one with some, somewhat cooler weather next week. Looking at Tuesday, it would be something if we don't make it to 70 with those showers moving through. Anyway, we'll leave it there. weather-weenies at newscentermaine.com. If you have any questions about the forecast or anything for us to talk about on this show, if you don't have anything, we'll see you next time. We'll see you, I guess, tomorrow. Ryan will be back in. We might have a full house tomorrow with Dana and Ryan. I don't have their schedules memorized, but would be nice if they were both in. Anyway, we'll see you next time.